I also think I might have forgotten. Let me go right here. Make sure y'all are in the frame. I think you're good right now, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Time starting now. And great.
All right, today we'll be talking about, I'll wait for you to get that.
Oh, thanks.
Today we'll be talking about the DART system. I'm Everett Bates.
I'm Addison Gill.
I'm Sean Savoy.
I'm Russell Trevino.
And I'm Akshay Shmartli.
So today we have four main problems. One is our growing population. Dallas-Fort Worth area is one of the largest cities in America, but it's also one of the fastest growing. It's grown over 2% in the last 2 years, which is a pretty big jump. So we just need to make sure that we stay up to date with the growing population. We also have low-income communities. Dallas has a lot of low-income communities outside of the main city. So just making sure that there's a lot of cheaper options and more efficient options for these low-income communities. We also have the global pollution crisis, just trying to make things more efficient, emission-free for the city. And then we also have Dallas's mini metroplexes. There's a lot of small areas surrounding Dallas, so just making sure that we can cover that large area and make sure everyone can benefit from these different plans. And so the way DART is going to fund these and attention towards public transportation, which catch up to Dallas's growing population and environmental needs.
A few solutions some businesses have presented to this problem. First is the electric buses that DART has already implemented. DART already has around 7 electric buses running in the downtown area. Second is the Tindo buses in South Australia. So the Tindo buses are 100% solar buses, and the Adelaide City Council says first in the world to be recharged using 100% solar energy. So they're the first to do this renewable source. Another is the BRT system in Indonesia. It's a very large system of just normal buses running in a large network. A fourth is the DART transit system plan. So this is a plan to expand with Dallas's population, kind of keep up with that growth, along with some airport access and some downtown access. And then finally, we have the DART Zoom Final Bus Network, which according to Jared Walker, is a completely redesigning of the bus network in all 13 of the DART cities. It will decide where the bus lines go, when they will run, and how frequent the service will be starting from a clean slate.
Alright, so bringing these down a little further, DART's electric buses are vastly more environmentally friendly than your normal gas engines. They produce 230,000 less pounds of CO2 per year, according to DART's electric bus pilot program. They're also much more economical and cost significantly less to maintain. One of the only major downsides that we have here is that they have a very high initial cost to produce. Tindo buses are very similar to DART's buses. The only difference is that they have a solar power system attached to it. And this makes them even more environmentally friendly. They produce 70,000 kilowatt hours of zero carbon emissions, according to the city of Adelaide. And this is enough to completely counter the amount that's required to recharge a Tindo bus, making them completely carbon neutral. The main issue here, similar to DART's buses, is that they also have a high initial cost to produce. In comparison to those two, the BRT system is much different. They focus on efficiency, the idea being that the less time taken for trips, the more people that can move, the more people that can, or the more trips that can be made, and the more money, the more the bus can pay for itself. It works similar to trains. The only difference is that these cost a lot less to produce. They're also similar to buses in that they are buses, but they're much more efficient. The issue here is that they have dedicated lanes of travel, but that takes away from space on the roads, which makes it harder for other vehicles to travel, or pedestrians, or bikers. The DART Zoom network is essentially a redesign to the current network. In theory, it'll make it so that 74% of Dart service area residents have access to a bus stop in walking distance, which is 6% higher than before, according to the Dart Zoom transit plan. Okay, and then the last solution is the Dart transit system plan. By 2045, Dart has a long list of goals, which include improvements to current system, additions, and changes to infrastructure. The idea is to make it quicker and easier for people to travel, but adding new stuff and changing their old stuff requires a lot of money and a lot of time.
Alright, so our proposed solution was obviously electric buses, but what we deduced upon was the DART system for the Dallas Metroplex area. We found this to be the most effective solution, economically wise and environmentally wise, and just being able to improve access to the city and also reduce dependency on private cars, and also bring down those emission rates that are obviously increasing all the time. So with this shift to transit, we will be able to improve Dallas's overall pool and bring in new residents, whether they are in lower economic standings or in higher, just by providing the new bus stops that, again, improve access to our city.
Dallas has a growing population with many low-income communities and high pollution levels. DART's funding and attention towards the public transportation must catch up with Dallas's growing population and environmental needs. We propose to solve these previously addressed issues through the use of electric buses. Electric buses can improve access to the city while also providing affordable means of transportation to low-income communities. Electric buses will also reduce pollution as they are emission-free and far more energy efficient than private cars, according to DART. The DART already has 7 e-buses servicing the downtown D-Link route. So, how is the DART system going to positively impact Dallas? Well, we have an emissions-free, pollution-free mode of public transportation that is affordable for those in low-income neighborhoods and provides an alternative to private cars. The DART system aims to lead Dallas towards a more sustainable future. It would be best if you considered implementing these electric buses into your community. Thank you.
Alright, we're good.
It's right at 7:30.
Yeah, fine.
That's better than 8:30.
Yeah, sure.
And we had 5 references.
We had the references and we just cleaned that up. That was a lot better.
Yeah.